President Obama sat down with congressional leaders today to try and figure out a plan to avert the so-called fiscal cliff. Late this afternoon, the American president reiterated his belief that a deal can be reached. But the Republicans and Democrats are still not seeing eye to eye, and the deadline is on Monday at midnight. Brian Moore reports.
After an hour-long crisis meeting with congressional leaders, President Obama sounded positive tonight about the prospects of pulling back from the fiscal cliff.
I'm modestly optimistic that an agreement can be achieved. Nobody's going to get 100% of what they want.
House Speaker John Boehner says he's done all he can and will to solve the problem. Now it's up to the top Democrat and top Republican in the Senate.
We talked about a lot of things. There's no concrete proposal at this time. We have a number of different directions we're going to try to take, and we're going to see what can be worked out.
$600 billion in tax increases and spending cuts start phasing in on January 1st and could hobble the economy if Congress can't cut a deal.
At some point, you got to say this is insanity, and the threat to the economy is not a reasonable way to govern.
There's plenty of angst on the sidelines, but the participants in this game of political chicken are keeping their cool.
When the dust settles and everything's said and done, federal individual income taxes are not going to go up on almost all Americans next year.
Republicans seem resigned to raising taxes on the wealthy, but they're demanding something in return. They want big cuts to social programs, and that is a sticking point for Democrats.
Republicans don't want to cut the things that Americans want cut, and they want to cut things that Americans don't want cut.
The deadline, midnight Monday. And while both sides say they're searching for middle ground, each is ready to blame the other if America plunges over the cliff. Brian Moore, Global News, Washington.